Hey guys, Jamie here, keeping it quiet. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, welcome. I hope I can earn your subscription today. So in today's video, obviously I'm in the van and I'm off on another road trip down to Bury St Edwards. Got to go and pick up a new fish. No surprises this time, I'm telling you all from the start. Yeah, I am getting another new fish. I know I said no more this year. I always say no more this year, but after the disaster I had about 4 weeks ago now, got a bit of room in the pond, and this was an offer that was too good to pass up. So if I'm allowed to film when I'm there, I'll get some footage and show you where I am and what I'm doing, and if not, you'll see what I get when I get back. So I'll catch you all in a bizzle. Hey guys, so I've just picked up the fish. I'm halfway home. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get any footage of the chap's pond. Lovely pond, about 3,500 gallons. Only selling on a few fish because he's about to knock it down and build a bigger, better one, like we've all done lately. But yeah, halfway home. Just made a pit stop at JKI. You've already had the tour for that. I'll put a link in the description somewhere if you want to see Japan Koi imports. But yeah, I'm just going to pick up the fittings that I'm going to need to fit the new Bakki shower that you saw the other day. So I'm going to pop in there, grab them, and then continue the journey home and get the fish in the pond. So I'll snap back to you all in a bizzle. Right guys, so yeah, I'm back. Absolutely knackered. This box weighed an absolute ton. Trying to carry a box of this size on your own, not a clever idea, especially when you whack your knuckle on the door on the way in. But he's in, he's safe, he's sound, he's alive and kicking. So yeah, picked up the bits I needed from Japan Koi imports. Mike sorted me out with those, so I can get the shower up and running next week. I'm not going to do it today because I've got other bits I need to get done this weekend, gardening and family stuff. But yeah, because it's not just a case of plugging the new one in. I've got to get all the old media out the other one, clean out the CSM, Bakki house media stuff, because obviously that's going to be all dusty from sitting in packaging and whatnot. So yeah, I'll get that done next week, so that'll be on another video. But for now, I will spin you around and I'm going to have a quick look at him in the bag before I get him out and put him in the bowl. So yeah, you can see him in there. He's got gorgeous pec fins. But yeah, an unusual one, this, very unusual, and you can probably tell by the size, or by the filming, not the usual size of fish I would normally get. But couldn't really pass up on this one, so let me get him out, stick him in the bowl, and we can have a look at him. And there we go guys. This is a 50, well, I sold it as a 52 cm. Let's have a see if he'll let me have a quick measure up. Apparently this is a very calm and placid Chagoi. I'd say 51, he was sold as 52, but I'll get a proper measure on him when I've got two hands before I put him in the pond. But yeah, really orangey brown Chagoi. Almost a cross between a Benigoi and a Chagoi really, but it's from the Ogata. That's it, it's an Ogata Chag, quite famous for their orangey chags. In fact, the Jinrin Chag that's in the pond is also, I believe, from Ogata as well. But yeah, 51, 52 cm. I'm going to get a quick measure up on him, and I will snap back to you and we can have a look at him in the pond through the window and whatnot. Not exactly the best position really to get some nice footage of him in the bowl. But yeah, stunning beast. Yeah, he's not perfect, he's got a few shimmies down near his dorsal fin, but look at that, that is gonna bling in the summer. But yeah, I keep saying he, that's because he is male, which is good because two of my other Chagois are female. So and as one of them is from Ogata, or Ogata, however you pronounce it, then in the future we may get some really nice babies. So yeah guys, I'm going to get a quick measure up on him. I'll probably give him a scrape as well while he's in the bowl, and we'll just check in before we pop him in the pond. Snap back to you in a second. Alright guys, so he's all scraped clean. You'll see now he's actually in some PP, just to be 100% safe. The chap's fish looked absolutely fantastic, I mean, you know, but just a very quick PP dip before he goes in the pond, just to make sure I'm not bringing any nasties home with me after what I went through a couple of years ago and what I've been going through lately. So yeah, he's just plodding along in there. Give him 5 minutes, say, and yeah, then we'll get him in the pond. But I've got the sock net at the ready. That's sat there, ready to go. And yeah, as soon as he's had five minutes in there, we'll get him in the pond. And then once he's all settled in, we'll see if he wants any food. It is a bit cloudy in there today, so I don't know how well we're going to see him, but I've had the drum only running every hour, and I did a deep clean on it yesterday just before going to pick this guy up, make sure it's all clean and pretty ready for him to come home, plus the UV's off as well, because obviously I trapped for Costi a couple of weeks ago. So we're all looking good though. My fish are now all clean as a whistle. They're probably the happiest they've been in months now after everything they've been through. I'm surprised how chilled out and relaxed they are, but yeah, he's doing all right. So I'm just gonna sit here and keep my eye on him for 5 minutes, and then once that's done, I've got to give the filters a quick clean on the fry vat. Obviously I'm not going to show you me cleaning the filters, I mean you've seen me clean these hundreds of times, but yeah, they're all doing great. They don't like it when I leave the cover up, but I'm in the garden for the next 5-10 minutes, so I wanted to watch them. So they've all been fed anyway. Again, you've seen me feed them hundreds of times, but I will be netting through a few of them over the next coming couple of weeks, whether that will be on a video this week, next week, depends on what time I've got available to do it. But I have seen a couple in there that came from the Chagoi that have a few deformities. One's only got half a tail, and it's not been eaten either, it's a deformity. But I haven't really gone through them in great detail, so I'll go through and find any deformities, remove them, and then the rest we'll go through the winter and see how well we've done. They went through their heat ramp cycle absolutely fine, not a single fish loss during that, so that's fantastic news. Yeah, heat is back down. I've kept it at 13 for now because that's what the stable temp has been keeping on this pond, but obviously this is about 12,000 litres, whereas that one being so small, even though it's covered, can fluctuate up and down. So I've left the heater on for now, but just kept it at 13 degrees just to keep it stable. Ain't going to get above 13 degrees because this one doesn't, so that way at least overnight it won't drop below 13 degrees by too much. I've also added my Inkbird thermometer to it as well, so rather than relying on the thermostat that comes with the cloverleaf heaters, it's now got the Inkbird one on there, which obviously is 10 times better, 10 times more accurate, and 10 times more reliable. So yeah, he's still doing all right in there. So give him 2 more minutes, and then we'll get him in the pond. So I'll snap back to you when I'm getting him in the pond. There he goes, guys. Ooh, he didn't like that. There he goes. Right, let me get this sock net hanged up somewhere to dry out, and I'll snap back to you. Right then guys, so he's in there. As I say, you have to excuse the cloudiness of the water. There's my Ogata Chag, and there's the new one. As you can see now, pretty much the biggest fish in the pond. He was actually 52. Obviously just couldn't measure him properly with with one hand. But yeah, apologies that the water's really cloudy today. Not ideal to be showing off fish to you guys, is it? But yeah, here he comes. Absolute beast of a fish. Yeah, really orangey chag. Even more orangey than my one. But yeah, he's looks like he's settling in lovely. Let's say he's had the PP dip. He was only in there about 6 or 7 minutes. He didn't look stressed, but I thought that was long enough. I'd probably get questions about how much PP and everything did I use. For PP dips, I'd pretty much just put what I feel is right in for the situation, and then just keep a very, very close eye on the fish. If he even thinks about gasping for air, sorry, that's when you get him out, basically. But to answer the question, I put 1 gram in. I had 10 litres of my pond water plus whatever water he came with in the bag, which was probably about the same, so about 1 gram in about 20 to 30 litres of water, I'd say, because his bag was quite full, very difficult to lift. But yeah, he looks happy enough, and I'm sure he'll be very, very happy in there. I'd say he came from a pond that's ever so slightly bigger than mine. It was about 3,500 gallons, whereas mine, don't really know gallons, but it's about, with the pipe work and the filters, about 12,000, because the pond itself was 11,300. So with all the pipe work and filters and everything, I'm guessing pretty close to 12,000. But yeah, I didn't get a water meter in the end to fill it up, so I can only guess, other than do what Si from up North Koi Pond did with the old chuck salt in your pond to calculate your water volume. Done that before. It does work an absolute treat. If you've not seen Si's channel, go check him out. He did a fantastic video on how to use salt to calculate the exact volume of your pond, and it's probably the most accurate way of doing it. If you've got good scales for weighing your salt, probably even more accurate than using a flow meter. So yeah, if you've got a set of decent scales, you can always calculate your pond volume by using salt. But yeah, I'll wrap it up here for today, guys. As I say, I haven't really done an awful lot around the garden, as you can see, and the pond's still as it was. Yes, I know I need to get a move on, but work, time, money. I've still got the bamboo down there ready to go to modify the pond to make it safer, better, blah 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 blah. Obviously I've got the shower to fit. That'll be next week's job, and then once that's done, I'll start working on the bamboo idea. But yeah, and no, I'm not building a pagoda out of bamboo, or am I? Don't know. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But also found out today that this beautiful beast of a Chagoi is only 2.5 years old and was originally from Dave at Coastal Koi. So yeah, it's not very old, a bit older than mine, but then it is a good, I'd say about 8 centimetres bigger than mine. Mine will be 2 very early spring. March, April time. This one will be. Yeah, the new one is slightly bigger, so it does show that he's grown an awful lot since he went in here, because he went in here at 43 cm and he's not far behind the 52 cm one now. I haven't swam past exactly together yet, so I can get a comparison, but as I said before, after all the stress that these guys have been through this year, they're not getting netted out unless absolutely needed again. But oh, they're right together now. Oh, I'd say they're pretty darn close, to be honest. Oh, bugger me. He's still the biggest, the new one, but not by as much as I thought he was. So yeah, on that note, thanks all for watching. Like the video, give it a thumbs up if you can. and hopefully I've earned your subscription today, and if not, I'll try harder on the next one.